Hi everyone, this is Tony Mori. Join me on my visit to Provenance Vineyards in Rutherford district. Provenance Vineyards, located along Highway 29 in Napa Valley's Rutherford district, started in 1999 by shipping Cabernet Sauvignon, its first vintage. The winery focuses on Bordeaux-style wines. Besides Cabernet Sauvignon, it mainly produces the Sauvignon Blanc and Merlot, and also produces Malbec, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, and Semillon. Its production has reached 60,000 cases per year. Let's hear more about Provenance Vineyards from winemaker Tom Rinaldi.
Our winery is reflecting Bordeaux varietals that grow in the Napa Valley. We are emphasizing Sauvignon Blanc and Cabernet and Merlot, those three varietals. We do have other cousin blends, Malbec, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, and Semillon for the white, and a little bit of Muscat too. So all of those are part of our paints, if you will, for making something on a blank canvas, and that's what we try to do, is make Bordeaux type wines that reflect the Napa Valley. I'd like to just say that my popular phrase is to say we go back to the previous millennium. 1999 was our very first vintage. So we are a relatively new winery. We were fortunate to buy this facility. It was a Chateau Bocanon, another facility. We purchased it and took it over and remodeled it. It took us more than a year to remodel it and make it to our liking, but we did start our very first harvest here in 2002. At that time we were making in the neighborhood of about 45,000 cases, and we're up to perhaps 60,000 cases now, which is about 1,000 tons of grapes. It's still considered a relatively smaller facility, and we are very selective about just which grapes make the final cut. We bottle all of our wines here that are of our estate, and with a partnership with a next door winery as well. For me, the most important aspect of winemaking is to reflect the quality that we already have, to not get in the way and interfere unless the direction is going away from a focus. We're trying to make balanced wines that reflect both the vintage and the appellation. Those are very important for me. We try not to get in the way. The yeast are the real winemakers. We like to take the credit, but we can't convert sugar to alcohol. But the yeast can do that, so we're very selective about the type of yeast we use, the temperature control, the control of the cap in the red wine, so that we're trying to make harmonious, good tasting wines that blend well with food. And the less interference that a winemaker provides, then typically the more expressive of the fruit the wines become. It's like a chef, you know, if you have very good ingredients, you can make very good food. But you can also make not so good food. But typically, if you're not making it so well, you're adding too much spice, cooking it too much, you're interfering with the natural resource, and that's something a winemaker should never do. White wine's a Sauvignon Blanc, and it comes from our estate, which is the property that's planted right here. We have 120 acres to choose from, and we planted initially the Sauvignon Blanc and the Semillon and a little bit of Muscat for just our estate fruit, but we use it in our Rutherford appellation wines as well. It has a twist off, so it's very easy to access, if you will. I always like to hold the bottle, hold the base, and twist it like that, and it'll typically pop up, and then we can just remove it easily like that, and sometimes slide it down the arm and so forth. But it's a fresh wine, and this is 2009, a very nice vintage. We've been having very good success with it. They will age. The wines will age if you want to wait a few years, but there's no need to do that. With our red wines, this is our Hewitt, which is a separate single vineyard, and it's phenomenal vintage, phenomenal vineyard. We've had very good success. We've been making this wine. I'm the first winemaker to make a single vineyard example since 2000. 2000, our very first vintage. So this would have been our 7th time around. And it's it's Cabernet Sauvignon, and sometimes we'll have a little bit of Petit Verdot from the vineyard. This one happens to be 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. Hello, I'm Tom Rinaldi. Welcome to the Napa Valley. I'm the Director of Winemaking here at Provenance Vineyards and Hewitt Vineyard. And we are right in the heart of Napa Valley, Rutherford, and we're right on Highway 29, open to the public. You're welcome to come up to visit us when you're in the neighborhood in San Francisco, for example. We're open from 10:30 till 5:30. We have an array of wonderful wines that you are welcome to try. So I look forward to having you up here in the Napa Valley. It's a beautiful spot, and I think it's as good as it gets.
I hope you enjoyed visiting Provenance Vineyards. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.